Today, with me I have Dr. Professor Samit Ray. He's the founder and chancellor of the Adamas University, and he's also the chairman of the RISE Group. Sir, most welcome to the show. Sir, about being human and all of that, do you think discipline and sabotagement are two different things? Being disciplined is, okay, I know what to do and I'm very much dedicated towards it, and sabotaging discipline, or putting me in a box or putting somebody in a box that, okay, you have to do this only. You cannot do anything else. If you do something else, then it will kind of alter you from what you can become. So what would you think is the whole arc around it? Is discipline the definition of it? According to you, what will that be? And do you think that our normative structure is also very important for us?
I think it should be the mixture of the two methods.
Right, sir.
One should be the discipline, another should be the out of box. So only the discipline or only the things of the out of box will not help to create the expertise in a particular field.
Right.
So if you consider the whole teaching process during the last 1,000 years and 500 years, if you consider the Nalanda University, if you consider the Shantiniketan, right? So there's the scope of use of two methods at the same time, the discipline and the thinking of the out of box. It should be merged side by side. Then only it will help us to develop the bold characters, leadership, the characters, the quality also, like the different thinking. Because the realizations of the educations, only it is possible when he will talk to some person, some people, or you provide these things to some students.
Right.
Then it is possible. So learning, now all the technology is available, right?
Right.
If any person can think, closing into a particular room, I will acquire all the knowledge by the technological method or the online. I think it will not help to be a man, human beings. Right? So my opinion is that it should be run side by side, right? Discipline and thinking of the out of box. Then only it is possible to make a good persons and the human beings. And the online that you already mentioned, the Europe and in our country also, because the Indian people till today is not so philosophically and principally not so strong. Right. So generally when we received any degree or the course through the online, our target is only to how I can acquire a certificate. Right. So to earn the certificate, I can take any ways of pass the examinations or to get the certificate. I think day by day it is changing. Right. And then after 30 years and 40 years, when the next generation will come, they will be forced to avoid all the rules and regulations of the exams and everything. Only the software, only the technology can maintain the principle or the philosophy of the human beings, no? Because the one software is there, but there are the 100 people and 1,000 people always try to destroy the mechanical process or to bring some falsifications and everything. So yes, this is the challenge. And in India also, after 18 years, when one students in more grown up and the matured, then the online courses and online course will be very useful to the Indian people or the young generations.
I also think so that psychology has a great role to play, and parents, because education begins at home, we all know, have a great role to play when it comes down to developing these students. So I'll cite an example which I saw from a video of yours where you were very eloquently telling about a particular student that you met. This student was, when you mentioned it in one of your YouTube videos, I saw it, that this particular student was great. He was doing really well for the competitive examinations. He was scoring well, but he was looking a certain way, but he was not being able to crack that interview. And you found out that this person, whenever he speaks, he smiles. and that's the reason why he can never, crack that particular interview. But you found it. His parents were running haywire that, we don't know why our son is not being able to crack that interview, because he's doing so well in studies, he's great when it comes down to looking well and all of that, he's presenting himself well. So you identified that problem, and then you mentioned to him that, okay, you can change the way you're talking and just knock that smile off your face, because it's making the other person feel very intimidated or feel very weird about whatever you have.
Right.
So you identified that problem, and then you designed a discipline around it. And even prior to this, going by the history of your innovations, be it RISE, be it Adamas University, you've always found out a problem in the society and you have worked around it and helped people out. So do you think this attitude or this discipline that, okay, there is a problem, we need to solve it. We constantly have this tendency in schools, colleges, workplaces, we keep on echoing problems that, okay, there's a problem, great, I'll give you another problem. So there's always this, constant exchange of problems and there's no solution. So what do you think should be the ideation of the modern generation, the people that are appearing for their board examinations? What should be their approach towards problem?
Actually, in Indian system, generally guardians are not at a position to consider or to watch the problem of the students. Always they try to pressurize the students or their boys and girls, right, in their own way. So now the time the guardians and all the teachers and the leaders of the education should consider what the problem, right? If we try to find the problems of the student passionately, right, and we can take the some case study also, right, help of the case study, then this type of problem is possible to sort out, and then the good solution and the proper solution should provide to the students also. So now last 75 years of the independence, after the India now it in positions that we are very much focused for the higher educations and the not higher education, school educations also. So I think that it will help us to bring the different changes, the realizations also of the teachers and the students, and the communications from the guardians also will be the different. Right. And we are already started to see the change of these things, and it will help to solve this type of problems in futures.
Sure, sir. And one more thing, since examinations are coming for the class 10 and 12 students especially, they kind of get too worked out in their minds that if I don't get good marks, if I don't end up getting a certain percentage, now I'll miss that college. I really want to go to that college, I want to study in that university, and they end up taking a lot of stress. And it also comes from their parents to a certain extent that, okay, so we have set this amount of money aside for you so that you can get that good education. So make sure that you are scoring certain amount of marks so that you can get that, you can be liable or kind of good enough to get that particular education, to get through that college. So it is kind of, stressing the people out a lot. They are constantly stressed out and they are not being able to innovate maybe. So what do you think is a word of advice for them? That don't stress out, or actually do stress out and work hard and fall into loving a subject and loving that whole process. What would be your perspective?
Actually, the symptoms and the consequence of the already you told, we cannot change in a short time, right, the system of the society, the expectations of the guardians. But being a student, yes, class 10 exams, 12 exams, and then the graduations is one of the important exams of the life. So I try to convey to the student that you take your exams easy and try to score good, but not the best. Don't run behind the best. Then most of the cases, if you consider the leaders who are now dominating now, if you look back at the school lives, maybe they were within the first 10 students in the classes, but most of them, they are not the first boy, second boy, first girl or second girl. So when you set for examinations, your aim should be yes, my numbers, my performance should be within the first 10 or 20 students of the classes. That will be enough to bring the success, his or the her life. I think it should be considered in that way.
Right.
Don't go to fulfill all the expectations, expectation from the society, expectation from the guardians or the friends. Then only you will be free from the tensions, and it will help his health or her health also. And I think that should be the good things.
Okay. On that note, since everybody is approaching their examinations, a few of the examinations are already on, like Madhyamik is already on. So the rest of the examinations will commence in a bit. The one word of advice that sir would like to give to the students?
Yes, go to the classrooms or exam centers with peace mind and do the best, give your the best, then you will be successful.
I'm pretty sure that sir, with his knowledge and with his experience when he's coming out to say this, it's very important to love the process of education and love the process of studying. So on that note, I'm pretty sure everybody will have a great examination ahead and a great life ahead. With this, we come to the end of this week's podcast. I hope you had a great time listening to it, and stay tuned for more stuff that's going to happen. For that, you need to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update. If you want to know more about our admission process or more about a university, the links to our website, Instagram, Facebook and other social media handles are mentioned in the description. So on that note, have a great time and make sure that you follow this. Cheers.